Hi, I'm Cal Newport, and I want to share a big idea with you that can totally change how productive you are and how much you achieve. It's something I call deep work. This idea is all about really focusing on just one task without getting sidetracked, which is something that's become super rare in our digital world. In today's digital world, we're always getting hit with distractions, phone notifications buzzing, endless social media updates, emails that scream for our attention right away. All these things break up our focus. Because of this, we're constantly jumping from one task to another, never really getting lost in the work we're doing. This constant switching is really bad for getting things done. It stops us from doing our best work, slows down our creative thinking, and leaves us feeling swamped and not happy with what we've done. But here's the good news. We can get our focus back and take charge of our attention again. The answer is to do deep work, a state where you put all your effort into one single task. When you do deep work, you push away distractions and dive completely into the job at hand. It's a simple idea, but it's super powerful. By committing to deep work, you can get more done in less time, create better quality work, and feel much more satisfied with what you achieve. Chapter 2. The benefits of deep work. The good things about deep work are many, and they go beyond just getting more stuff done. When you really dive into deep work, you unlock several key advantages. Better productivity. Deep work lets you get more done in a shorter amount of time. By getting rid of distractions and setting aside big chunks of time for just one task, you can make real progress on important projects. Higher quality work. Focusing hard leads to better results. The deep thinking and creativity that come from focusing without interruptions help you create higher quality work. Whether you're writing, solving tough problems, or coming up with new ideas, deep work lets you reach a level of quality that just isn't possible when you're doing shallow, distracted work. More happiness and satisfaction. There's a special feeling of accomplishment that comes from deep work. When you've spent an hour completely focused on a task, without any breaks, you feel a great sense of satisfaction. This isn't just about crossing things off your to-do list, it's about making real progress on things that truly matter. Better skill learning. Deep work makes learning faster. When you focus intensely on a skill, you pick it up more quickly. That's why deep work is key not just for reaching short-term goals, but also for building valuable, long-lasting skills. Chapter 3. The distraction crisis. Before we can fully embrace deep work, we need to understand the main problem: distractions. Our modern world is set up to pull our attention away from deep, meaningful tasks. Social media, emails, and always being connected create a culture of doing things superficially, which is bad for how much we get done and how we feel. I've found that most people think they're being productive when they're just busy. They check their email all the time, switch between tabs, and feel like they've achieved something just by being busy. But this isn't deep work, this is shallow work. Tasks that might feel productive, but don't really help you move forward with your goals. The secret to success is to go from shallow work to deep work. Chapter 4. The rules of deep work. To really get into deep work, you need to set some basic rules. These aren't complicated, but they do need you to be committed and disciplined. Here are the main rules I've found to be most helpful. Schedule deep work. Treat deep work like an appointment you can't miss. Just like you wouldn't cancel a meeting with your boss, you shouldn't cancel your deep work sessions. Block out time in your calendar and protect it fiercely. Embrace boredom. One of the hardest parts of deep work is dealing with boredom. In a world full of constant stimulation, we've lost the ability to just sit and think. Learn to be okay with this discomfort. Boredom is where creativity and problem-solving can really grow. Ditch social media and limit emails. Social media is a huge source of distraction. Unless it's absolutely necessary for your job, stay away from it. Also, be careful with email. Set aside specific times during the day to check and reply to emails. This keeps you from being constantly interrupted. Use productivity tools. There are many tools and methods that can help with deep work. From the Pomodoro technique, working in focused bursts with breaks, to apps that block distracting websites, find what works best for you. and make it part of your routine. Chapter 5. Building the deep work habit. Like any skill, deep work needs practice. It's not something that just happens. It's something you need to build up over time. Here's how you can make it a habit. Start small. Begin by dedicating just 1 hour a day to deep work. Focus on a single task without any distractions. Slowly increase the amount of time you spend in this state as you get more comfortable. Set clear goals. Figure out what success looks like for your deep work sessions. What will you achieve? What are the milestones for progress? Setting clear goals makes it easier to stay on track. Slowly remove distractions. As you build the habit of deep work, gradually cut down on distractions in your environment. This might mean deleting apps from your phone, turning off email notifications, or working in a quiet space. Reflect and adjust. At the end of each week, think about your deep work sessions. What went well? What didn't? Use this feedback to keep making your approach better. Remember, deep work is a practice, not a perfect science. Chapter 6. Deep Work and Career Success. The good things about deep work go beyond just being productive. They can really help your career. In a world that's getting more and more competitive, being able to do high-quality work in less time makes you stand out from everyone else. Increased output. Deep work lets you get more done in less time, making you more valuable to your company. This can lead to promotions, raises, and moving up in your career. Developing valuable skills. By spending time learning and mastering tough skills through deep work, you become an expert in your field. This expertise opens up new chances and makes you the go-to person for solving tricky problems. Chapter 7. Overcoming deep work. Challenges. As you start your deep work journey, you'll likely run into some common problems. Overcoming FOMO, fear of missing out. One of the biggest hurdles to deep work is the fear of missing out. We worry that if we don't constantly check our emails or social media, we'll miss something important. But the truth is, most of these interruptions aren't urgent. Managing interruptions. Even with the best intentions, interruptions still happen. To keep them to a minimum, let others know when you're in a deep work session. Use tools like Do Not Disturb mode on your computer and phone to block out distractions. Chapter 8. Deep Work in a Distracting World. In today's world where distractions are everywhere, being able to focus deeply is a rare skill, but it's also a skill you can learn and grow. Embrace the challenges that come with deep work. By doing so, you'll not only get more done and produce better work, but you'll also feel a greater sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Chapter 9. Conclusion. Deep work is a life-changing practice that can totally change how you approach your work and your life. It's not just about getting more done, it's about reaching a state of flow where you do important work and enjoy the process. By doing deep work, you unlock your mind's power to do more and do it better. I hope this book inspires you to bring this approach into your life and discover the real joy that comes from a job well done. Appendix: Tools and Resources for Deep Work. Here are some extra tools and resources to help you use deep work in your daily life. Pomodoro Technique. Break your time into 25-minute chunks of deep work, followed by 5-minute breaks. Distraction blocking apps. Tools like Freedom or Cold Turkey help you block distracting websites while you work. Meditation techniques. Meditation can help you improve your focus and reduce anxiety related to distractions. Using these tools can help you build a deep work routine that you can stick with for a long time.